So welcome, Florian. How
Hello. Yes,
are
good
you?
to see you, Angelos.
Good to see you too this morning. So, what's the challenge for today?
Today's challenge is ethics in coaching.
I
Why is it so
like it a lot.
important? Are there codes of ethics? And how do you integrate it into your professional work?
There are so many things to say. So many things to say about the ethics. So, let's say that we only have a few minutes, and we'll touch some of the might be in the core, might be in the periphery. So, what exactly do you have in mind?
Well, I agree. We can only scratch the surface because to really deeply get into the ethics of coaching, you need coach training. And I mean, that's what we offer. Yeah. And it takes time because you have to internalize it. You have to live the ethics. So the
You're
International
right.
Coach Federation has made the de facto standard for the for the code of ethics, and that really outlines your behavior as a coach, your intentions. But it's a document. In order to be able to live it, yeah, you have to grow. You have to grow as a person. You have to grow as a coach. That's why training is so important. And so, what does the code of ethics really cover?
There are everything, anything and everything that you might be doing during your journey in coaching as a student, as a trainer, as a coach, as a professional, as someone who is doing internal coaching in a company. Um, And I think you are right. You need the training to understand coaching, to understand the ethics. You need the training. I think you need the experience. And then you think to reflect on that. You need to walk on these shoes for a while to start to understand. But you know what else you need? You need the right intention. If you are in it just to get the money, you will always be on the lookout for opportunities, and that's not the right attitude, right? I think intention is very important in everything you do, and it's very important with regards to ethics. I think you have to have some kind of moral purpose when you're doing that.
Yes. Independently on what foundation, what philosophical or spiritual foundation you build it, yeah, the notion of right attitude, right action, right speech is absolutely essential because otherwise the whole code of ethics doesn't help you. This can help in difficult situations when you're not really sure, then sometimes you can check. But ultimately, it's about behavior. Yeah? I mean, there are the obvious things, yeah, or you would think obvious, yeah, professional attitude towards your client, yeah, confidentiality. These are the obvious things, yeah. But you can do all these things and still not act in an ethical way.
As I'm listening to you, you said confidentiality, all these uh, things that are obvious. I'm thinking that these things are obvious, but when you get into details, when you have to practice, it becomes more complicated. They are intangible, they are delicate, they are changing. You have to know what you're going to do, and you have to be aware and stay aware of what is changing in the work that you're doing, what is changing with you, with your clients, and so on. And talking about changes, it just came to my mind that the profession itself, as it's growing, it's maturing, it's changing, and it's becoming more demanding, and for a good reason. And what do I mean by that? That in the past, a few years ago, we were a lot of things around ethics were around the core of do no harm,
Mm-hmm.
the basic principle of doing no harm. And we have evolved. We have evolved as coaching profession. It's not just about not doing harm with what we're doing to our clients, but also doing good, doing something more than that. So how can you be sure that you will not do any harm to your client, but you also do good to your clients, do good to your communities, do good to anyone anyone and everyone that is involved.
That's your responsibility towards your client, yeah, to ask the difficult questions. Because otherwise, it's not a coaching intervention. And I think the ethics of coaching is intimately related to your ethical, if you want to say ethical responsibility to also be properly trained.
Yeah.
It would be unethical to start. It's like you say, hey, I own a kitchen knife. Why don't I do some surgery? I mean, everybody would say, no, you can't do that. But then sitting down with somebody and either talking about nothing or talking about very important things, in both cases, you may provide an extreme deep disservice to that person, especially when you don't know yourself. And yeah, and reading the code of ethics alone, that is not enough. Yeah, or doing a little. This is like reading a book about driving a car.
Yes. Tell me about that. I like that metaphor.
Yeah, this is and that's the problem, because we have so many people around, yeah, who can tell you exactly how to do it, but can they do it?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
So
So
this
I'm
is why
using
this
this.
is so important. Yeah. Now, of course, you can go to the ICF website and read the Code of Ethics.
Yes.
It's a dead document. You need the coach training, and that takes time to develop.
You need the understanding
You need the understanding and you need the intention.
and the intention. You're right. The
Yeah.
intention.
Yeah. And this is a growth process. In fact, I met people who really trained and got certified as coaches with no intention to ever work as a coach. They really did it for themselves. And it was a wonderful investment. And so my coach training, and I've been training not just once, done, but ongoing every year. That not only allows me to work as a coach, but it also allows me to work personally. And that's where ethics come back in.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you, Florian. I'm practicing coaching for the last 12 years, and I'm always attending more and more trainings. And it's so wonderful to develop, to grow bigger. And there are so many beautiful things. I think this is the magic of coaching as a profession. It's a living organism. It's growing, it's expanding, it's developing, it's becoming something that in some cases we never even thought about that it will go in so many places. We are walking into the 20s. So um, all the companies are paying good attention for CSR. Now they're paying good attention for diversity and inclusion and equity. And coaches can play a great role in those fields. Coaches are required because the challenges in modern corporations are so big and so fast-paced world, and then you need coaching to address ethical challenges. There are so many ethical fails in big companies around the world all the time. Take for advantage Volkswagen, BP, and to name just a few. If they had the right coach at the right place, coaching the CEO or the right person, they would have made wiser decisions that will protect the environment, protect the people and protect the company's profits at the same time, because these ethical fails cost a lot of money at the same time.
And it's not just a CEO of a major public company. You may make decisions on a daily basis, yeah, that harm yourself, harm the others, and harm the organization you work in. So ethics, I think, is a very important point. Yes, I invite everybody to look at the Code of Ethics as published by the ICF or by other organizations. But beyond that, if you're interested in that field, yeah, please join us and learn more. And you will find coach training.
And you will find coach training.
Yeah,
You're right.
and yeah, I mean that's where I look. That's why I enjoy working with you, Angelos, because Positivity Global, yeah, really puts this strong emphasis on personal development and on ethics. It's not just learning the tricks of the trade, and that's why it takes months.
You're right. It's not about learning the tricks. It's about becoming the best that you can be, and it's about becoming someone who will be very valuable in the society, in the companies, in the communities, anywhere and everywhere that you will get involved with. And I think that is very that is deeply satisfying, and it's very rewarding at the same time. And
So, yeah. So
and
no
I like
matter
what
whether
you said earlier.
yeah,
You talked about
so
intention
it's
earlier.
about intention, and no matter whether you want to actually run your own coaching business, work as a coach in a company, or just want to develop personally in your interactions with other people. Yeah? Coaching is a wonderful way to go. So please sign
I
up,
agree.
get our informations, and we offer a complete coach training, but we also offer workshops. And Angela, it's always great talking to you.
Always great talking to you and going for the higher standards. Thank you. So see you soon.
Take care.